Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a feast. Look at this, bro. I'm so excited for this one. So first things first, we've got a chicken fillet burger. It's got some mayo. And then some lettuce. Then also we got a portion of chips. 2 chicken pieces. And then 2 hot wings. So let's just begin. We've also got some garlic mayo sauce and some ketchup. So yeah, let's just start, man. I'm so hungry. Bismillah. Amazing chips. Nice fresh red salt on it. And now let's try the chicken fillet burger. This is the thing I'm most excited about. Look at that. Dipping the garlic mayo. That is amazing. So we have got some things to talk about. So yeah. Try the wings. Got a bit of a kick. Then we got some Pepsi. Oh. Let's try a bite with ketchup. By the way, the mayo in the burger, you're probably thinking, oh wow, they gave a good amount. They didn't. They actually gave the tiniest bit of mayo. Open the burger. It was just like 1, 2, 3, 4 little lines, and that's it. I'm like, bro, what the hell? So obviously I had to put my own mayo on. So let's get into the news. NATO members will soon spend at least $1 billion per month on American weapons for Ukraine. Yeah. $1 billion a month. That's crazy. Yeah, the whole Ukraine and Russia war, I don't know what that is about. I do need to look into that because, obviously, I understand what's currently happening between Israel and Palestine, and that's not a war. That is a genocide. Free Palestine. Like, bro, the videos I've seen, bro, just makes you want to cry, man. Like, I saw a video a couple months ago. Because obviously they don't have any food, they don't have meat, stuff like that. They're making curry out of grass, bro. Like, imagine that, bro. Curry, just water and grass. And they're actually eating it, bro. That's why you always have to say, Alhamdulillah, thank God for everything we have in life, man. You know? I mean, I think twice now, like, there've been like a ceasefire. So like, Israel, they've agreed to stop bombing Palestine. And then obviously videos come out of all the Palestinians happy, celebrating, you know, kids smiling. And obviously you think, oh yeah, it's over now. But then the next day, you look at the news and Israel, they've bombed again. And there's just so many videos, bro, like, I forgot his name in it, but the Israeli president, he's a disgusting human being, bro. Now, there's literally a video, you search on TikTok. Unless it's been taken down now, but there's a video from like 2001, 5, somewhere around there. And he's basically speaking to people and he's saying, oh, this is what we're going to do. We're going to bomb Palestine, take it over. You know, basically saying what he's going to do in the future. And he's speaking to his like family. But they're saying, oh, but what about America? You know, what are they going to do? How if they get involved and stop us? And he literally said, they won't do anything, they'll be on our side. We'll trick the whole world. And look, it's happening. The UK and US, both siding with them. So yeah, man, it's just crazy. And then the people that say, oh, free Israel, from what? They don't need to be freed from anything. They have light, they have internet, they have access to food. You know? Alright, next news. France has announced new military service plans as concerns grow over Russia's threat to Europe. Historical conscription rules reveal about age ranges and exceptions if the UK ever faced a World War III scenario. Bro, if World War III happens, that's going to be the most craziest thing. If the UK, like, came and said, oh, you need to fight for our country. I mean, if you say no, did they just then beat you up? I'm pretty sure that's what they do, isn't it? Now, obviously, if you're old, unwell, then they won't tell you, obviously. But obviously, I'm young, I'm not the fittest, but when it comes to the war, it's not just about shooting and running. There's different things. So if they said to me, "Oh, you need to come," obviously they're not going to be like, "Oh, you need to go out there, run and kill them." They're probably just going to be like, "You need to be a medic or something." But I don't know if World War III will happen. And if it does, I don't think they'll actually ask Asian, like anyone that's basically, they'll only ask British white people to fight, not like Asian British. I think they'll probably just say, like, go back to where you came from. You know what I mean? Because I've never like heard of like a British South Asian fighting for Britain. I don't know. I've never seen it, heard of it. So yeah. Last bite of the burger. And what a burger it was. 10 out of 10. Okay. So, I don't know if you've seen it, but I think you all know, if you're from the UK, who Tommy Robinson is. He's the leader of the English and Israel Defence League. Probably wondering what? It's not called the English Defence League. It used to be, but then if you actually search up on the government website, it doesn't say English Defence League. It says English and Israel, something like that, Defence League. Let's put a bit of ketchup for the last remaining of chips. So as I was saying about Tommy Robinson, he's the leader of that group. Basically, Gary Lineker, a well-known English player, he played for England, represented them in the World Cup and stuff. Has actually supported Palestine. So shout out to Gary Lineker, man. So Gary Lineker, he was on holiday in where was it? Okay, it doesn't say, but I think it was somewhere in Asia. I think like Thailand or something. Basically, two fans. They recorded a video of him. He was walking with a young woman, and they just said to him, "Oh, you're right, Gary. Enjoying your holiday." And then that was it. So then it's been posted on Twitter, obviously. And Tommy Robinson's replied, "Oh, what are you doing with this young woman, Gary?" And obviously he's replied, "If you must know, I was going to a chemist with my daughter-in-law to get some medicine for her unwell husband. My son, hatred is a dreadful weakness." So it's basically his daughter-in-law. So his son's wife. So he got roasted. Once again, guys, we'll be back. Right, guys, I'm back. So as I was saying, yep, so I just explained that story. So another one, popular presenter Laura Woods was hosting ITV's Lionesses coverage when she appeared to collapse live on air, sparking an emergency response from core presenters Ian Wright and Anita Asante. So, yeah, I saw a clip of that on Instagram, but basically, it's a presenter, Laura Woods. She like passed out, she followed, fell, and Ian Wright, he was talking. Was it as he's talking, she's obviously slowly falling, and he's quickly caught her. So shout out to Ian Wright. Could have been a goalkeeper back in the day. But yeah, obviously you can faint from many things, you know, low blood pressure, just not eating, not drinking enough water, you know. So yeah. Okay, so now I've got 10 interesting facts, or not facts, things about other countries. So some of them you probably know, but some of them you probably won't know. So let's get into it. So, first country is Japan. You know, Japan, when you see like people like vlogging there, just going on a trip, it looks so cool, bro. So yeah, one day if I have the money, wouldn't mind going. But yeah, starting with Japan. Vending machines sell everything from hot meals to umbrellas. Yeah, I've seen a video. If you might know him, might not. He's a YouTuber. FaZe Rug. He makes like challenge videos. He made a video actually doing a challenge. He went to Japan and he only ate from vending machines for 24 hours, so the full day. And yeah. This is actually interesting. I don't know if it's real, but I got these from ChatGPT, so I don't know. There are more pets than children in Japan. Again, I think that one's not true. But if it is, then that's actually crazy. So, next country, Brazil. Home to the Amazon rainforest, which produces around 20% of the world's oxygen. I didn't know that. By the way, if you're wondering how much this meal cost, the meal that I've eaten came with like a bundle, so 3 fillet burgers, 6 pieces of fried chicken. I think it was 6 wings, but they put 2 extra, so shout out to them. 6 wings, 3 large portion of chips, 4 garlic mayo dips, and then a 1.5 litre of Pepsi bowl, 20 quid. Now that is a good deal. Sorry, pardon me. Okay, the next thing about Brazil. Brazil has the largest population of Japanese people outside Japan. Again, I do not know, bro. Okay, next country. Norway. That's where Erling Haaland plays for. So for Norway, they knighted a penguin named Sir Nils Olav. Okay. And Norway has a town called Hell, and it literally freezes over every winter. Wow. That is scary. But also weird. One more piece of chicken to go. Okay, the next one is Australia. Crikey, ladies. The Australian YouTubers that I watch are Laserbeam, Lachlan, Muse Elk, and then I used to watch, what's his name? Mr. Fresh Asian, but he quit. So, there are more kangaroos than humans. Is that actually true? The Great Barrier Reef is the largest living structure on Earth. I don't know what that is. Just mix a bit of ketchup with my mayo. So, next one's Egypt. Ancient Egyptians invented toothpaste around 5,000 years ago. There are pyramids. The pyramids were originally smooth and white, covered in polished limestone. Bro, the pyramids of Egypt will always be a mystery. Like, were they actually built by just normal humans like us? Or was there giants and stuff? I think there definitely was giants. Because, bro, it's just like the stones, when you look at them, they're so big. Not saying like humans like us could have not done it. We could have. Well, obviously the people doing it had to have been like strong, muscular men. And at least like 4 people on each side of the rock to pick it up. Next one, South Korea. They're obsessed with internet speed. South Korea is usually in the global top 3 fastest. There is an official kimchi day. So kimchi is like a dish. I've seen mukbangers eat it. I think it's spicy, isn't it? But yeah, I think it's like onion or something. I don't know. But it looks like onion covered in like some red sauce with some spices. So Italy is next. Italy has more UNESCO World Heritage Sites than any other country. Pizza was originally created as poor people's food in Naples. Wow. I mean, yeah, when you think of the concept of pizza, it's not very like... It doesn't sound very like luxury, you know. But all it is just bread, tomato sauce, and cheese. But of course, you can add more things like, you know, meat, stuff like that. So yeah. Okay, we're finished. This will be the last bite. Amazing. So let's just fly through these. We've got 3 countries left. So South Korea, the only country with 3 capitals: Pretoria, Cape Town, and Bloemfontein. Home to the cradle of humankind, where some of the oldest human fossils were found. India, the world's largest producer of movies, bigger than Hollywood, Bollywood, plus regional industries. I already know that. You know, Bollywood. You know, I've obviously, as a South Asian Pakistani, you know, I've watched a lot of Bollywood movies when I was younger, and a couple, I think it was like 3, no, not 3. I think a good 1 year ago, or maybe it was a couple months. I can't remember any, but I just had like a crazy like phase of just watching Bollywood movies for a good like month. And then obviously I'd watched all the good Bollywood movies, so then I just went back to watching, you know, normal English movies. But obviously the biggest actors in Bollywood, you got Shah Rukh Khan. In my opinion, they're probably the biggest, isn't he? Salman Khan, Hrithik Roshan, and then you got some other ones like Amitabh Bachchan. Can't really think of any others, but yeah. And then India has the world's largest vegetarian population. Yeah, that's also very true, because in a lot of takeaways, you know, they have like vegetarian options. Like, so for example, Pepe's, a very well-known takeaway in the UK. They have a paneer rice option for vegetarians. Obviously, it's more towards, you know, Indians. Obviously, not saying if you're not Indian and you're vegetarian you can't get it. You can, but obviously the reason why they added it is because of, you know, a lot of Indians are vegetarian. Okay, the last one is Canada. Shout out to Drake. And I think Justin Bieber's from there, I'm not sure. So, in Canada, has more lakes than the rest of the world combined. And the UFO landing pad in Alberta was built by the government in 1967. So that is interesting. And that's that, guys. This is the end of the mukbang. Now this will officially be my longest video on the channel. And man, what a video it was. The burger, I'll say a good 9.5 out of 10. It's only a 9. If I ate it how it was, it probably would have been maybe a 7. Because as I said, the mayo, they literally put nothing on it. So obviously I put my own mayo, ate it, and it was banging. So 9, I'll just say 9 out of 10. The chips, they're your average chips. So just 7 out of 10. The wings had some spice to it. You know, usually I get wings from takeaways and there's no spice at all. So yeah, I will give that 8 out of 10. Chicken, I'll be honest, wasn't really feeling it that much. I just felt it was a bit dry, so I'll give it a 6. So overall, the meal, I'll give it 8 out of 10. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, comment on other videos you want me to make and other foods to eat, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out. Green apples.